the Lions obliterate the Titans yesterday, 52-14. Jared Goff, 12 for 15, three TDs. Now, although Jared Goff had a decent game, having three TDs, that's actually not my biggest takeaway for the game. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. But I want to hear your opinion, man. What was your biggest takeaway from yesterday?
Special teams. Special
Man,
teams. That
man.
I don't. Gibbs was nice. Gibbs was definitely nice, but Gibbs was just put in position because of special teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goff put in position because of special teams. Offensively, everybody's put in position because of special teams. And to
Yeah.
go a bit further, they were put in position because of the player of the game, Reynolds. Hey,
Hey.
I mean, he put them in position with every punt. You
Man,
know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that was like when you play Madden
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
you got
Hmm.
a rookie and you about running back every time on punt. That's what that
Yeah,
game looked like. The game looked
exactly.
like rookie mode Madden. That's the positive part. The negative, we do need somebody on that line. All right. The negative is we do need somebody on that line
Mason
because
Rudolph looked like he was about to
because
have a career
you got to
day.
give Branch a chance and Kirby Joseph a chance to read the field. When that ball ain't when they got enough time back there that you cannot guard anybody for 5 to 10 seconds. You got 2 to 3 seconds to shut a play down. At that point, it's really whatever they want to do if they can go longer.
Yeah,
So we do
yeah.
need somebody on that line. I mean, I even from what I've been hearing, like some people are like, "Hey, I expect to hear something the next 48 hours." Like
Mm-hmm.
whether it's I heard one name thrown out. What was his name? That guy. He used to be on Green Bay. I liked him too.
Um,
It's like Ladarius or something. I can't think of it right now. But when I
you're
heard his
not
name, I
talking
was
about
like, "Yeah, bro."
L'Jarius
Like
Sneed, are you?
not Sneed, not Sneed. No, it's a DN.
What up, Cy? What up, big dog?
Give me a second, okay?
For me, my biggest takeaway, it was Jahmyr Gibbs. Khalif Raymond showed out, Dorsey as well back there on one of the kickoff returns he had. But to your point, yeah, it was exactly like Madden. It was like a rookie mode game. Like, and that's what
Really?
you would expect. And that's what you would expect having to face the Titans too as well. That's what you
Having no. That's what you expect when you're a contender
yeah,
playing a
yeah,
pretender.
yeah,
That's what it looks like. So what did it look like when we played Dallas? A pretender. And what
yeah,
did the Titans look like when they played Chicago? Yeah. You think we
yeah.
worried about Chicago? We're not.
I'm definitely not worried about Chicago. The Vikings and the Packers. I don't think they're front runners. And
They pretenders.
seeing the way Matt LaFleur has handled not having Jordan Love and him being in and out of the roster, it's just another reason why he'll probably go down in the Hall of Fame as one of the best coaches. His schemes is just it's unbelievable. And that's in our division, obviously. Now, something I did want to say. Offensively, we've had 24 touchdowns to 19 incompletions.
Yeah, in 5 weeks.
We have the best offense in the league.
Yeah.
Like it is, it is,
It's
it
better
is
than it's better than the Chiefs with Tyreek.
for sure, for sure. And we can attack you so many different ways. You saw it today. Look at these last two games for David Montgomery. Not really the best, not really the best games he's had. What do? Trick play, have him throw the touchdown to Sam Laporta on National Tight End Day. Mind
Yeah.
you, I just want to say, how long has it been as a Lions fan since we've been able to celebrate a day like National Tight Ends Day and give both our
Man.
tight ends touchdowns and
Right.
and
Both.
try to scheme
Both.
it for them?
Yeah. I'm sure it helps that your coach used to be a tight end, but
For
you
sure,
know,
for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
both
Yeah,
tight
yeah,
ends. And I wouldn't say David Montgomery had a bad day though. Like I say, you're starting with short field. You know what I'm
mm,
saying?
mm,
He did what he do. He bulldozes. Now, if you let him bulldoze for 80 yards, he'll get 80 yards.
for sure.
But he only had to bulldoze for 15.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's not his,
facts.
and then Gibbs is like, well, this is the only long drive we got. So yeah, I'm gonna just take it to that house.
That's who I want to highlight, man. Jahmyr Gibbs. He had 126 yards, one touchdown. Obviously, he's had the second longest touchdown in the league, going for the
Yeah,
70 yarder
broke one
yesterday.
for 70, man. So
But
take away
this
that 70, he has just as many yards as Montgomery.
But this season, he has 92 carries, which puts him in the bottom half of the league for carries, but he's top 10 in yards and touchdowns. 591 yards and six touchdowns.
Yeah.
And right now, he's on pace to have a 1,500-yard season with 15 TDs. Now, we don't know if we're going to get, we don't know if he's going to get exactly what his projected average is, but to say the least, man. At some point, we're gonna have to decide between these two running backs. I don't even think it's a
I
question.
don't no, I don't think we will. I don't think we will. We've already re-upped on Montgomery. I mean, he's
Mm-hmm.
here for 4 years for sure,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you got to give Gibbs his first one. But to my thing is, when you keep them together, you keep their price point together. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying? Now, if Montgomery went down for like half a season and all we had was Gibbs, yeah, by the end of that year, he's going to be able to say, I want Saquon money.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
so long as they're together, we can, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Because at that point, if you wanted more money, you're projecting. You know what I'm saying? You're projecting
For
that you
sure.
can handle. Because one thing that neither one of them can say is that one of them can handle the load. I
For
don't
sure.
think the running game works. And that's why I said Sonic and Knuckles are bigger than them. To me, that is a method. You know what I mean? And that's a method we have to keep with Jared Goff. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Gibbs can be replaced with another Sonic. Now, will he be Gibbs? Maybe not. Montgomery can be replaced with another Knuckles. Now, will he be Montgomery?
Yeah.
Maybe not. But you
Mm-hmm.
want to
Mm-hmm.
keep that theme. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's just that. You know, I don't like. I rather not have Saquon Barkley or any of those guys that are leading the league right now. I don't want them. I want
Absolutely.
exactly what we got.
Absolutely.
Sonic and Knuckles, because that is a two-headed monster, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And it's really about what can you stop? Oh, you can stop Knuckles, but you can't stop both.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, to your point, it's because their styles are so different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, their styles are so different, man. And I think that's something you don't want to get just one to your point, say a Saquon or something like that, because what happens if one of those guys gets injured, which you see all the time throughout the league, and then it stops the offense and makes them stall. But what I want to
Yeah.
get is your question, like, what do you think is really the key to this entire offense clicking right now? Do you think it's Ben Johnson, Jared Goff? Do you think it's the two-headed monsters we have in running back? Do you think it's Amon
Yeah.
Ra?
I
Like,
I don't think there's no one answer. I
hmm
think
hmm
I think it has been a continuation of internal development, right?
hmm
I
hmm
think, last year, I said it all year. I was like, man, this offense is going to open up when the ball can get thrown deep, right? And
Yep.
how have we started out this year? Now, Jameson, obviously, the 2 game suspension, but
We didn't even need him in this last one.
I'm just saying, though, but he's beyond the threat. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
For
Like,
sure.
he's already shown that he will get down there and Goff can deliver it to him. So now
Absolutely.
when he's out there, you have to think about that. If you think you're going to switch to single high, like what's happening in the league right now is everybody's running two cover two.
Yeah.
They're running cover two because now let's be honest, this is the year the quarterback looks bad. Now we're being honest, quarterbacks don't look good this year,
Mm,
right? Mahomes is looking trash. They just keep winning. But you
mm,
can pull the
mm,
numbers up. I watched Colin do this the other day. He broke down Mahomes, Lamar, Allen. Lamar was the only one that had at least a category better than uh
yeah.
Goff.
Hmm.
Mahomes, not one category. Josh Allen, not one category, unless you want to start throwing in rushing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Not one category can y'all actually compare yourselves to Jared Goff right now.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's why I feel like it's a pie. And the pieces are you have the running game. That's a great piece, right, of the pie. You have the O line, because you can have all this with no O line and it doesn't even look like this.
Yep. Yep.
You can have everything else and minus that O line. This does not happen,
For sure. For
right?
sure.
You can
For
have
sure.
everything but Jared Goff. It doesn't look like this. You
I
could have
agree with you.
everything but Amon Ra. It doesn't look like this.
I agree with you.
It is the perfect balance of we can hit you low, we can hit you high, we can come from the left, we can come from the right.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we can do a play that you ain't never seen before.
And to your credit, man, that's that addition of Ben Johnson, just as you were
Yeah.
saying, how it's all a well-oiled machine. That's also that Ben Johnson deserves a lot of credit for that. He's like a modern day schemer that's playing in like a rugged old system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it makes sense. Like
Yeah.
Dan Campbell's a real old school coach. Jared
Yeah.
Goff's a real old school quarterback. but you throw in a modern day schemer who can do trick plays and who can, make things look a certain way, man,
Yep.
you get a well-oiled machine. And man, I just don't think our coaching staff gets enough credit for that. I really hope Dan Campbell wins a ring just because of this, what he's done in Detroit, fixing this culture and putting
Yeah.
this together. Ben Johnson, obviously, whether he stays or whether he goes, he's probably going to have success somewhere. But I really do hope Dan Campbell gets a ring, and this Lions team gets a ring because
Yeah.
they deserve it. Truthfully, they deserve it. And to your point, man, I completely agree with you. I don't think it is one piece, and I feel like that's why teams are having so much trouble trying to defend against it. It's like you think you can stop this, but you just open up this more. You think you can stop this and stop this, but then you open this up more. You saw it in yesterday's game. Jared Goff really didn't have the best game. -9 passing yards. Jahmyr Gibbs goes off for 100+ yards in the first half. Khalif Raymond, special teams. Like
Over 300 yards invisible.
man,
From
man.
that's just kick return, punt return, and interception return.
Here's something else I want to say, man. The defense, we're getting takeaways. Like our defense might give up a lot of yards, some chunk plays. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yesterday, Mason Rudolph looked like he was about to have a career day. Calvin
Man,
Ridley,
did he?
they were throwing his name around like he was Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. Yeah, like
No.
bro, he had
I
no
heard
Mason.
somebody call him Lamar Rudolph after that second touchdown.
Bro, he had 150 yards in the first quarter.
Bro. Yeah, he
No,
was he
no,
was feeding
no.
Calvin.
D, I don't know if you know this. I was watching the game. I was working on a movie. I was writing a movie at the same time the game was on because I'm thinking, all right, this is the Titans. Like this should be a blowout. I'll leave the game on with the sound off. I'll just look up to see us go up. D, when the game was 14-14, I closed the laptop, put the sound on the TV, and started watching the game. I'm seeing Mason Rudolph, Calvin Ridley. There was a moment there. I put it in. I put it in my notes. The topic for today was going to be how bad is the Detroit defense after the first
Man.
quarter. But
Man.
but here's what I want to say though to the culture I see, and this is when I knew it was real. Aaron Glenn pulled Kirby Joseph off the field and yelled at him like he got in his case. They had showed it, they had put it on the screen, and you could see Aaron Glenn was pissed. It was right after I believe either the first or second, it was the touchdown that Mason Rudolph ran in where he juked out our linebacker. Kirby Joseph was supposed to cover that guy so the linebacker could step up, but it put the linebacker in bad position. So he was basically stuck there. Got juked out, scored. Man, Aaron Glenn goes off on Kirby Joseph. Next play, Calvin really deep down the field. Kirby Joseph he doesn't get beat on that one, but he makes the tackle, saving the touchdown. After
Mhm.
that score, after that touchdown, Kirby Joseph gets the interception that puts us up by a touchdown, and then it was just all downhill for the Titans after that. But we're getting takeaways though as a defense is what I wanted to bring up. Man, we
Yeah.
weren't doing that last year, not consistently. We're getting the takeaway in every game, and not just interceptions, forced fumbles.
Yeah.
Like we're putting these running
Yeah.
backs on their
You guys are
heels.
punching the ball out.
Yeah,
Like I said,
yeah,
our defense is right now because with Aiden being out, we're working outside in.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's why when the ball gets down to the red zone, all of a sudden you can't get by us,
yeah,
right? But that's
yeah.
because we're working outside in right now. We got to put faith in Terry and Arnold. We got to put faith in Carlton Davis. We got to put
Hmm.
extra faith in Branch and Kirby. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah,
then from there, you're just kind of banking on the linebackers and D line holding up,
yeah,
you know, because
yeah,
that's all they can really do right now. Because you got to remember, Aiden is more than just a sack machine. Aiden causes doubles,
yeah, yeah,
right? So that
yeah.
means that if he's getting doubled, there's
Elaine
an
McNeil,
opening. You know what
Reader,
I'm
these
saying?
guys get to eat. Yeah,
So now those guys don't get to have the effect they get to usually have,
true,
right? And that's
true.
why I said I do believe we come on. This is a Super Bowl team, you know?
And look at the everybody that's playing. Look at the other 31 teams, man. You asked this question last week. I didn't really have enough time to think about it or answer it, but who's really a threat this year on NFC and AFC? Because if you said right now, team for team, is Lions versus Ravens, I'm very confident in the Lions.
Me too. With that Ravens defense, yeah,
I'm
it'll
very
be high
confident.
scoring. It'll be high scoring
Yeah,
because
but I'm
Lamar is
confident in that
quarterback.
though. I'm, but I'm,
No matter
I'm,
what you
I'm
say,
but
Buddy ain't lost to the NFC but once in his life.
I'm confident in the fact of two things. We're gonna get takeaways, and
Yeah,
our offense is gonna go off.
yeah,
And again, that's AFC, and you're talking about the Ravens, and even when you bring them up, it's like, hey, maybe.
yeah.
Now
No,
let's look
I
at the
think
other
that
teams.
but
The
the
Chiefs,
biggest AFC competitor would be the Chiefs. I wish we played them this year. I just want to
I
see it
feel
so
you.
bad. The
Yeah,
number one offense versus the number one defense. I just want
absolutely.
to. I wish we played them this year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But they did have that defense last year, right? And it was
Hmm.
actually better because they had Snead and a couple other guys,
Yeah,
and we won by one.
yeah, yeah.
So
And Brian Branch also had a pick six in that one, though.
yeah, hey,
Hey,
you know
that
what I'm
was
saying?
it.
So like, I'm
Yeah,
confident versus the Chiefs. I'm confident, honestly, if we had to play Lamar in the Super Bowl. I think after that, you can't name somebody that can say they're confident to beat us.
yeah,
I can understand Lamar Mahomes say that, but I'm
yeah.
just be honest. Come on,
But again, you're talking about
Houston,
the top two
Houston, you,
teams.
you can't say that confidently.
We'll
You
play
can't
them
say
two
that.
weeks from now. Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You can't say that confidently. Okay, maybe in 2 weeks you can, but we'll see.
No,
You can't say
I
that
don't.
confidently right now. You could barely beat the Bears.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? You can't say that confidently right now. Who's after Houston? Well, the Bengals? Who did? Didn't they just
No,
lose
no.
to what's
It
the
would
name?
be like the Packers. Yeah, it would be like the
No,
Packers.
I'm saying AFC, like Super
Oh,
Bowl matchup.
no, that's it. It's either
You know,
Ravens or Chiefs over there. Bills, maybe. We play them later in the season
maybe
too.
Steelers. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't
And
mind playing the Steelers. I like to see that.
The Steelers would
That's
be
another
a
really good defense. Like at this point, our offense is so good. I want us to play the best defense,
yeah, just to
just
see.
so you can see how great. Like, hey man, like you do
Mm,
realize everybody's like, well, everybody's running on Dallas, or everybody's running on this team. Okay, we've had the best run stopping team coming here in Minnesota, and we ran the ball.
yeah,
We ran the
yeah,
ball like there was
yeah,
nothing left to do
yeah,
but run the ball.
yes,
So it really
yes,
don't matter who you got. Is what this offense is showing me.
for sure.
Because no matter what, you could be the number one defense, but you have a weakness, and we have something for it.
My only team, and we're talking honestly out of truth, is just because it's a division team, and that's the Packers. And Matt LaFleur has shown based on last year, it's a division game. It's a division game. Matt LaFleur is really
I'm
good.
I'm worried if Malik Willis come in.
We'll
As
play them
long
this
as
week
as
though.
long as
Yeah,
love picking
yeah,
love gonna be out there,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
we gonna be
yeah.
okay. Cause he gonna throw on the branch. He
Facts,
gonna get branch one. You know
facts,
what I
facts,
mean? He gonna throw on the branch, and they run game ain't crazy. You
facts.
know, they rely on his arm a lot. That's why and he can go very Brett Favre-ish,
Mm,
which is
mm.
not a negative because we're talking about a Hall of Fame.
It's
You
not
know
a
what I'm
negative,
saying?
but it's like
When
you
they
can.
compare him to Brett Favre, I'm like, is that like a bad thing? Like, because I
Yeah.
remember the Brett Favre days. Like, yeah, he threw actually he threw a lot of touchdowns with him too.
Facts,
You
facts,
know,
facts, facts.
but when you have a team like ours, you
Yeah,
can't waste a possession versus us. So if you're gonna throw two picks, you're going to lose to us.
yeah, yeah.
Like I wish we were the high tech company. I love to be like, hey John, tell me how many times we've lost a game where we've gotten two picks. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Since
yeah,
Dan Campbell's been there.
yeah,
If we're gonna if we're picking you off, I don't think you're winning.
yeah, yeah.
Because then you're giving up possessions.
Facts,
And
facts.
you can't do that to
Be
the
honest,
Lions
as
right now.
adults, knowing what to give friends and loved ones for birthdays, holidays, and special occasions can be a hassle. Sometimes giving just a card and cash can come across as lazy. Louis Cards remove that stigma and takes the hassle of gift giving right off your hands, allowing your gift to be the card. With different options and your ability to customize the card to your liking, you can now give someone a unique card, a premium card, the one and only card that is in and of itself the gift that keeps on giving, a gift that combines cash and a card. Louis Cards, the premier card of gift giving. Get yours today at louiscards.com. Facts, man. And to your point, I'll move off of that as you kind of brought up Jordan Love and some of the QBs that you mentioned in CJ Stroud and Lamar Mahomes and guys who you think are playing good, but maybe their teams aren't necessarily there. D, I want to get your top five QBs through week 8. Now we can
Right.
do this from 1 to 5 or 5 to 1. I'll go ahead and start it off. I got Matthew Stafford at number 5.
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
I got
You,
Stafford at number 5, and truthfully, it's because I believe they're 3 and 4 in their division right now, but they lose their offensive lineman and Puka Nacua all in week 1. Now, Puka Nacua did play against us, but Stafford took that game in overtime. They
yeah.
beat the 49ers without the O-line and without Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp for the entire game. Aside from Kyron Williams, I can't tell you who else played in that game on the offense. And
Hmm.
then you just beat the Vikings with Puka Nacua back. Stafford immediately drops 30 and gets Puka Nacua integrated into the lineup again
Yeah. And Cooper Cup.
and saved their season. Like
Yeah.
if they lost that game, man, Cooper Cup, they was having trade rumors.
No,
He
no.
still is.
What saved their season is what's the name sucking 49ers.
A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. But yeah, man, who's your number 5?
And I thought you were gonna do your whole list first. Five. Actually, why don't you just go through your whole five first?
Man, it's a little interesting. It's a little interesting. At number 4, and honestly, 4 through 1 for me is all interchangeable, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I really wanted to give a rookie his shine and his flowers for being number 1. Number 4, I got Jared Goff. Now I think that's a little bit low, but like I said, 4 through 1 is all interchangeable. And
Yeah.
and the reason why Jared Goff is at number 4 is exactly to your point that you mentioned earlier. There's a lot of pieces on offense. There's a lot of reasons why our team is 6-1 currently sitting at the top of the NFC. Jared Goff
Yeah.
is a big reason to that, but you could go through 4 other people on our offense and also say they're the reason why as well. So I got Goff at number 4. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes. Although he hasn't played the best, his team is 7-0, and that's the only reason why he's at number 3. At first, I was going to put Josh Allen there. I was thinking about CJ Stroud. I was thinking about a couple other people, but his team is undefeated. They just beat the Raiders with Hopkins. I'm not sure if he played or not. I'm sure he did, but you know,
He played. He played.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was like that.
he's at number 3 for that reason. Now, number 2 and number 1 was actually a back and forth for me, and I might be a prisoner of the moment, but it is what it is. I got Lamar at number 2. Now, I think this goes without saying. He's just balled out this season. That game he had against the Bengals showed why he's a Hall of Fame quarterback and why he'll be a Hall of Fame quarterback one day. Closing that game out in that territory with those odds and everything on the season, everything mattering on the season, and it being a head-to-head matchup, and you beat Joe Burrow. You deserve props for that. Not to mention, ever since you lost, I believe, week 2 against the Raiders, you've just been on a heater since then, running and passing, doing whatever it takes to win. So I got Lamar at number 2. Number 1, Jaden Daniels. Look, man, enough can't be said about
Ooh,
enough
no
can't.
Josh Allen.
No,
Okay.
and look, no, no. I said number 3 was like really 3 other quarterbacks: Patrick Mahomes, Allen, and I forgot the other guy. I forgot the other guy I was gonna have at number 3. But
No, it's
number
okay.
one,
If you would have said Josh Allen, I would have said no Jaden Daniels. Wow.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. No, but Jaden Daniels for sure at number 1, man. That rookie, man, he is something special, bro.
he
He is
is.
not playing like a rookie. Now, I don't know, maybe if this is an RG3 season for him. Some of you guys may not know who RG3 was, but he was a baller his rookie season and kind of
It don't
faded
look
after
like that
that.
though.
But he don't, and his accuracy unmatched. And yesterday, man, he deserved to win that game. And like, it shouldn't have come down to a Hail Mary, but when you outcoach the other team, when you outplay the other team, but their defense is just so good that they can 2 touchdowns puts them in the lead. I have to say you deserve to win that game. And it just happened to be on a Hail Mary. And they'll be playing that for years to come. And I really think, this rookie is something special. A lot of people are comparing Caleb to Mahomes and all these different other comparisons are flying out there. But Jaden Daniels, he's not going under the radar, but based on the other rookies in his class this year, he's completely under the radar. Everybody's focused on Bo Nix. Caleb, Drake May, even on the Patriots. Jaden Daniels has his team, I believe, 6-2 right now. And
Yeah,
not to
leading
mention,
division.
you said something in the offseason. Terry McLaurin, number 17, wide receiver. You said he was already there last year, who was a top 5 wide receiver, but nobody mentioned him. Immediately got paired up with Jaden Daniels. Now he's a household name. So that's my list.
You feel me?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
because Terry been that guy.
yeah,
Terry been
yeah.
that guy. I'm gonna actually go Mahomes at 5.
Mm,
Right, I'm gonna be real brief and quick. I'm gonna go Mahomes at 5. I'm gonna go Allen 4.
mm.
Okay, and then I'm going Jaden Daniels 3. That's my,
Wow.
I think Jaden Daniels have been
Wow.
doing wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. You
Wow.
know, I think I mean I gotta go with him there because his team is second in the NFC. You
Hmm.
know, and yes, this is not the power rankings, but it's the truth, right? Because there's a
Hmm.
team that's
Hmm.
at first, and this quarterback is at second for me, Jared Goff.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
because
yeah.
no matter what, as of right now, the Super Bowl goes through Detroit,
For
not
sure.
Washington.
For sure.
Okay,
For
so if
sure.
Jaden Daniels going to do that, he gonna have to come to us, and I'm not betting on him in that game. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go Golf 2, and then you already know who I got at 1, bro. The guy that is
Lamar.
literally doing things to the league that I can't believe. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
He is like Michael Vick again. And I'm
Mm,
not saying necessarily the game, but this is why Lamar Jackson, Action Jackson is number 1 for me. If you remember, I don't know if you remember, but man, that era with Vic, it was
mm.
like you're just this anomaly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That era with Cam Newton at his best, it's like you're nothing like these other, you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure, for sure.
Lamar, there's not another quarterback doing what you do,
Yeah,
right? The
yeah,
fact that you could turn it on and look like Jared Goff throwing the ball, but then turn it on and look like Derrick Henry running the ball, like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
like it's
Hmm.
just insane.
Yeah.
It's literally insane. And I truly will never understand what makes them leave their game plan in big games.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm not, the Browns loss was crazy, but why are you not running the ball with Derrick Henry more than 11 times? Why leave the game plan? Why, when you play teams that you should not leave your game plan, you leave your game plan?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just don't make sense. Right.
yeah. No, I feel you. And shout out to Jameis Winston.
Hey, I was happy for him. I wasn't even mad about the loss. Bro,
Yeah,
I want Winston to succeed.
yeah, yeah.
He's a great quarterback. You can't throw 5,000 yards in this league and not be good.
Facts.